everybody, today I'm bringing you this layout from the 4th of July, and this is just a family picture here. I found that scrap of black and white star paper from Bella Boulevard, the Just Add Color collection, and it's the Starstruck paper, and I just loved that paper, the theme there and how it looked against that red polka dot paper. That red polka dot paper is from Bella Boulevard. It's the Let's Go collection, and it's the baggage claim paper. Now, I did not have a full sheet of that. I had cut off a tiny little bit of it there, you can see, to use on another layout. So what I'm doing is I'm lining up my papers there so that I'm getting a full 12 by 12, and I now have a rulered mat, so this will never be a problem again. So then I decided that I did want something between the join of those two papers there, that I wanted some sort of border, and I had that beautiful blue star paper there that I was thinking about using with the photo somehow, and really like that. Now, I had originally meant to cut just 2 rows of stars, and somehow when I cut it, I cut 3. So I'm going back now. The 3-star border was just a little bit too wide. That photo is a 4x4 photo, and it just took up too much space there. So I'm looking at that, and I like that much better. That blue star paper, the navy star paper there, is also from Bella Boulevard. It's the Oh My Stars collection, and it's blueberry stars. So I just ran out of ATG, or I'm running out of ATG. Sometimes the tape gets kind of stuck, so that's what I was actually doing. I was thinking I was running out. That was another layout I just finished where I actually did run out. All right, I love the picture of my stepson and his wife with the boys there. It's so cute. They're such a great little all-American family, so I wanted to make sure. And the boys with their sunglasses on are even funnier. All right, so then I found this 3x4 card that says, "The best things in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way." And so that is from Elle's Studio, just from one of their monthly kits. I'm going to use that with it as kind of like, there's not going to be a lot of journaling on this because obviously it's July 4th, right? What is there to say about this? I was not with them on July 4th, so I don't know exactly what happened other than I know they went to a parade, and it's just such a cute photo of them. So that's what we're doing here. We're just documenting them, and you know, as the boys grow, it'll be fun to look back and just see how they've changed from year to year, basically is why I'm documenting this. So then I took a piece of that blueberry stars paper from Bella Boulevard and backed the photo with it now. Then I have these Elle's Studio stars here. They're acrylic stars, and I have them in these multiple colors. That was from a July 4th pack. And then this pack was just kind of like a bits and pieces pack that they offered at some point, like during a warehouse sale. So I loved all the different sizes of these stars. So I'm just going through and trying to figure them out, what I'm going to use where, and where they're going to go. And so I'm choosing a red acrylic, well, see-through acrylic and blue see-through acrylic, and then the red star that's going to end up going on the right, and then another blue star that I'm choosing will not, you can't see through them. So that's the blue star right there. Trying to kind of see where that is. I thought about maybe using some of these puffy stars, but decided that no, I'm going to just stick with the acrylic stars here. Again, just kind of playing around with, so that's the star you can't see through, and then the star you can't see through is the one to the left of the journaling card. And then I decided, you know, I have no place to put like a date or anything on here, so I just grabbed a label from just a pack of die cuts I have from El Studio. And that's going to give me a place to put the date because, you know, there's not a lot to say here again, but I do want a place to put the date. And then I also found from in the same group of embellishments, I found that yes arrow, and I'm going to put that up on the photo there. And it's yes to, you know, the family and that kind of a thing. So I just thought it was a nice little extra embellishment and spot of red, just another little dimension on this page. And then I'm going to come in and glue that photo down because it really wasn't glued down all that far, and now we need to get these stars on here. Now the stars you can put on, I know some people put this on with like their Scotch tacky glue or with glossy accents, those kinds of things. Most of the time when I work with these pieces, I actually just use my ATG adhesive, and it's kind of a pain because, you know, that ATG, I have to kind of play with where the adhesive is sitting a little bit and, you know, get it to move out of spaces that it's in. Hard to explain, but anyway, when it's on something where it's open in the middle. But I just like it, and I know that the elements are going to stick with it. I don't have to worry about it. I have had wood veneers and other things pop off when I've used my tacky glue on occasion, so I don't want that to happen. So that's why I'm doing it. So like I said, I'm doing this right now on this open star. It's kind of a pain, but you know, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. And I know it's going to sit there. And so I'm just kind of, you know, putting things kind of close together, far apart, wherever it, you know, whatever I think. I love the tiny little stars in this, and then that second, the tiny little white stars, and then there's two other sizes of white stars here too. I'm going to be sad to see those, the little ones go. They are fairly thick. I have used these in my December daily before, but just so you know, and that's one of the reasons I really wanted to buy them, but they're very, the white ones especially, are very thick. And so when I use them within pockets, I actually attach them to the outside of the pocket instead of the inside, because otherwise it starts crinkling the photo and things like that. All right, so now I am thinking about what am I going to do for a title. And I'm thinking I just want to call this like Family 4th of July or something like that. And I'm going to my mini letters, which is what I've just pulled out there. But first I decided I wanted another star up in that cluster. So I just added another one of the little stars. I also have these stars in really giant stars that are like an inch or more across, which are kind of cool as well. I have used those before. And what I'm doing here is I like that blue, but it doesn't feel like it's the right blue. So I'm going to some other of my mini letter stickers, just kind of comparing alphas to decide what I like. Part of it's going to depend, of course, where that title is going to sit as to what color it should be. So I obviously don't want a white letter on that white paper. So I'm thinking if I put them on the top there, I could use that one. So that's an option. The blue just is not the right blue. It does kind of match the blue in my stepson's shirt, but it's just not working for me. Now, it would have been perfectly fine. So then I go and find, this is an old alpha from Authentique, but I didn't have enough of some of the letters. And since I can't cut them or tear them apart, I'm not going to use those. Now I find this red mini letter sticker alpha from Kaisercraft, and it's called the Mini Alpha Stickers in Cherry Red. And so that's what I'm going to decide to use. And I'm just kind of counting out, I have a lot of those letters left. I'm just kind of looking at it, eyeing it for spacing about where that could go, and I'm thinking I like the idea of putting it on the bottom of the photo, so I'm going to grab my wax paper just so that I make sure that I get the spacing correct here. So as I said, there's not going to be a big need for a title here, but I do want something. So, and there's not going to be a lot of need for journaling because it's kind of self-explanatory. So I'm just going to add the date to that little label on the bottom eventually, and then I'm just putting their family name on the bottom of the blue card just so that it's there. I like to somehow identify what it is or who it is, just in case people ever wonder in an album. You know, mostly these albums will go to people intact, but just in case. So I'm using my cutter bee tweezers there. Just these letters are so small that it's hard to get them lined up properly. So I find it's much, much easier if I use a tweezers. So that's what I'm doing there. And then this will be really easy once I decide where it's going for sure. And I'm thinking about the bottom of the card there. Either of those places would have been fine, but I decide ultimately that I want to do it on the bottom of the photo and on the partially on the photo and the photo mat. I'm crossing two layers there. I'm crossing the photo and the photo mat, so that's all joined together. And I didn't put it between the photo mat and the red paper, A, because it was a red title, but also because it would have left like trap space between on the mat between the letters and the bottom of the photo, if you're wondering why I placed them there. Hopefully that's self-explanatory. Not self-explanatory, but you understand what I'm saying there. Okay, so just have a couple more letters here. All right. So now I just, I didn't glue things down all that well here, which a lot of times I don't because I never know when I'm going to want to tuck something in underneath something else. So I tend to glue towards the center of things and then I come back. And what happened there is that my strip for some reason wasn't as long as the rest of the other two papers. So I just cut it underneath the photo and came back and put it all the way to the edge so that that now sits properly. There was just a little white border there and I didn't like the way it looked. All right, so now I am going to come in with that, with my journaling pen there. Just write down the date and then the family name. Still shot will follow with a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!